Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Comes in, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez.
A pleasant good morning and welcome inside Adelaide Arena here at Mount St. Charles Academy in Woonsocket, Rhode Island. It's another edition of Prep Academy Hockey featuring the RA St. M's and the Boston Junior Eagles. U14 action to kick us off this morning. We're going to go back to back to back, 10, 12, and 2. The U14s, the U15s, and the U16s all in action today. Matt Jones in the broadcast booth with you. Thanks so much for tuning in. We hope that you've got your coffee, tea, bagels, donuts, croissants, whatever in the world that you want to kickstart your morning with as we get ready to go for first period action. Mount in the white with the red and blue trim. Boston Junior Eagles in the maroon with the gold. And it is already quickly down for an icing and a stoppage of play before we can even really get settled into the game. Carson Mertz in net for the Saints. And the referee taking a long time on the faceoff. Now he's going to throw Will Bent out of the circle. And now we get the faceoff finally underway. And Catala gets pushed into the boards. Or my apologies, Callahan. Down for Dylan Dean. Jamie Glantz behind as it's trying to peel off the board. Brady Sloper for the Boston Junior Eagles, pushing that one across Callahan as he tracks back into the zone. Held away by Noah Servillis. Back up top for the 10 of Will Pratt, and Pratt sends one. It's kicked away by Mertz. Callahan will lift that one up all the way down into the corner, chased there by Dean. Bosco got it past Berard, and then it's kicked back into the zone and icing and a stoppage of play once again. Today's first period on Fans Only Sports Network brought to you by Stanley Tree, employee owned and operated. Visit StanleyTree.com for more information, and by Hampton Sports Center, Connecticut's Hockey Pro Shop. 14:53 left to go here in the first, and another whistle right away and a penalty called for interference. This one's going to go against the Eagles.
So the guy in the bottom gets it.
And Spencer Thornborough will be sent to the box. So Thornborough, 2-minute minor for interference, is going to put Mount on the power play for the first time. Off the hands of Crayer, as Matt Crayer will cycle this one back across the blue line. Brought out by Gavin Callahan. Past Rumpf. And pinned along the side boards. Rumpf working against Luke Allen. Comes back across. Callahan the opposite side after it got hit by Cole Sabarin for Rump. Sabarin's able to tap it, tried to keep it in the zone, knocked out of the zone by Allen. Sabarin's going to pick this one up and bring it back through the neutral zone. Tapped back in offensively by Crayer. Opportunity there, but it's sticked aside instead. And a second shot attempt to the third, and on top of the goaltender was Sabarin. No penalties called as we continue on here. 1 minute left to go and the advantage. Pass chance Adams, and that one will get called for icing. We'll get a stoppage of play. Saints coming into the season meeting with the Eagles today, 29-7-1. A great start for Frank O'Connor's team. Probably about 2/3 of the way through the season now. Certainly established themselves, and if you saw the post earlier today from Northeast Pack, and of course Northeast Pack competition coming up in the next week, they were remarking about how through all the Northeast Pack groupings, all the teams in Northeast Pack, somewhere in the top 20 in their respective national rankings. In the corner for Giardello. Cycled by Dean. Max Monroe at the corner. That one to Giardello. Over top of Wyatt Britton, and this one will go all the way down. Thornborough is going to try to chase it as he came out of the box, and icing will be the call. Plenty of hockey action on Fans Only Sports Network today. High school hockey coming up later tonight. Games starting around 7 p.m. Eastern time. And college hockey back in action in the ACHA. University of Rhode Island picked up a good victory over Buffalo last night. They'll play game 2 of that weekend set 4 p.m. Eastern time. And you can catch ACHA college hockey action, University of Rhode Island, Bryant University, and the Providence College men's and women's club teams right here on Fans Only Sports Network. A lot of whistles to start this first period. Everybody not completely awake yet, perhaps, as we've not even played 3 minutes yet. As that one gets deflected up into the netting, and another whistle and another stoppage of play. Both Carson Mertz and Tommy Saulner have had quite a bit to deal with in their respective creases. That one's going to pop up right off of the draw and into the seats. Referee taking his time holding early on the first face-off and then quickly dropping on the second. Romp fired that one right off of the edge of Saulner. Callahan running in hard as he hit into the four of Harry Jackson. Sabarin dumps that one deep. Moreau hit by Kinsler, and they're going to call a penalty on that. Ryder Kinsler is going to go into the box. 2 minutes for tripping. In U14s, that's a trip. In the NHL, it's a good hockey hit. And you can see the Mount coaches having a discussion with the officials. They want to figure out how that's a trip. Kinsler went in with the side of his body, more hit him with his shoulder than he did anything else. But it puts Boston on the power play. Heimovitz, or apologies, it's 16 of Holland. Tolano. Mertz makes the save. And it comes back up top. That one will skip over top of the blue line, comes all the way back. Tolano chases that one back into the neutral zone area. 1:05 left to go on the advantage. And that will scoot down. And we'll get a whistle, a stoppage of play on the icing as Thornborough can't get to it. .102 remaining in the main advantage. Wyatt Britton defensively for Caleb Romp. Romp chases it. Romp trying to jump over top of the 88 of Brady Sloper. No doing there. Brought back through the neutral zone craftfully by Cervelis. Cervelis run into on the backside boards by Monroe. Comes up over top and all the way down into the defensive zone for the Eagles. They curl this one around Sloper, sending that across. Off the stick of Owen McHale as he tries to spin around Monroe, bodies out McHale in front of Mertz, and it stopped defensively and then swept all the way down, icing the call again. Face off won by the Saints. Stick taps signify the end of the penalty, and we're back to 5 aside. And just like that, a whistle and a stoppage of play. And we'll get another face off. Down inside of the Boston zone, this time to the right side. And they'll throw Dylan Dean out. At least a player on Boston or Mount has gotten thrown out of the circle on every face-off so far this game. That one's going to go right in front, shot, score! Loose puck bouncing through the zone. Dylan Dean gets a piece to it. And he's got the first of the day. Joe Ginn and Gavin Callahan are going to get assists on Dean's goal. Wrapped around the backside boards, trying to grab for it with an outreached stick. This is Brody Berard over top of Giardello. Back in the neutral zone for Holland as he cycled it for Pratt. Callahan trying to run the 8 of Allen into the boards. That shot completely blocked out as Allen got dumped down to the ice, and coming away with it was Sabarin. And it will be scooped up by Saulnier. It has taken 18 minutes to play 8 minutes. And another player getting thrown out of the circle. Cross for the 22 of Cazzalo. And that one went up over top. Saulnier may have gotten a piece of it on the way back. Brock Potter will pick that one up and try to move it forward as he gets dumped down. Christian Hernandez in the mix. McHale trying to move it for the Eagles. Pops back out instead and carried by Cazzalo. Cazzalo, Hernandez sandwiched to the boards. Cazzalo tries to continue on with it. Sloper right there defensively for the Eagles. Comes all the way back around and it's popped out of the zone. Monroe chases it back. Crayer. And Crayer and Hernandez both getting bodied out on that play. Jamie Glantz right outside of the zone and offside is called. Monroe will take that one, sends it all the way down into the defensive zone for the Eagles. Offensively for Mount is Bent. Will Bent takes an opportunity, comes back across. No. Wyatt Britton, Will Bent. For Dylan Dean. As Bent taps that one off of the side glass. Monroe getting pushed back defensively. And it's bumped off. And all the way down. No icing that time as the play was from the blue line. Comes back for Brody Berard. Chance Adams as he comes that one across. And a whistle and a stoppage of play is sandwiched into the boards. Was Nikita Afganov. Thornborough on a play for about 2 seconds as he's sandwiched into the boards, and then it's right into the Mount bench. The question arising will be, how long will it take us to play the second and third periods, and then therefore how much will it set us behind to the schedule of the rest of the day? Gannon. As it's reached out by Adams. Jamie Glantz. Back for Berard, offside. Kinsler fired that one all the way down. It's stopped by Salner. Giordano. Pinned to the corner. This one comes all the way down for Ryder Kinsler to chase it. Neutral zone play off of Mertz's glove as it got flicked down by the 6 of Jaguar. Jude Herron. As Nolan Nasser wrapped it around the backside boards. 4.5 left to play here in the first. One goal from Dylan Dean has the Saints on the board, 1-0. Cryer battles with Cataldo and Hernandez along the side board. Pops up and it's sent into the corner. Back up top and a hard shot from Britton went wide. Hernandez for Cryer. As he overlaps Nasser, Cryer fires off the blocker pad. Another wide shot from the Saints. Behind the Eagles' cage, that one cycled out. Across the side, boards carried for Bosco. Left in the Zamboni doors as Thornborough tried to work it through. Are trying to look for Pratt up top of the blue line. Thornborough gets dumped down. Pratt gets the puck. Sent that one over for Holland. Up top for Bosco and nowhere to go as that one's blocked out defensively by Hernandez and Dylan Dean. Hernandez goes to the bench for a line change. Dean and Bent. Well, Bent, and that one is saved, and the puck still is loose as it comes across. Nice save there, however, by Tommy Saulnier. The final 2 and change to go here in the first. Dean comes across with Glantz. Back for Bent, didn't get to him all the way, was stopped there in the middle by Moreau. Check that, actually, it was the 13 of Cervelis. For Berard, back of the blue line. Bent has Jamie Glantz to the side. Bent drags one. Nets off of its moorings and a huge hit behind the play. Face off won by McHale. Potter across again, and Adams, Chance Adams fires one, save made. Carried out of the zone. Miro trying to work that one forward. Moved by Chiardello. Off the side boards and sent through the neutral zone for the Eagles. Luger had it for a moment. Chiardello the other way. Dragging! Arm goes up. Penalty's going to get called. And a tripping call against the Eagles. They'll go against Gavin Holland. 2 minutes for tripping. Back for Will Bent. Bent sends that one across out of the zone, though, as Dean has to backtrack. Off of Jamie Glantz for Bent for Dean. Dean fired one, settled at our step, second attempt, still loose puck. Comes back for Bent, third driving, scores! Power play goal for Will Bent. And it's 2-0 Saints. Jamie Glantz, Chance Adams will get the assists. And with 45 seconds left to go here in the period, as Hernandez brings that one down. Cazzalo. Berard. Off of the sideboards for Christian Hernandez. And then back for Callahan again. Hernandez came back across that one. Got shot by Crayer just over top of the crossbar. And half an hour later, we'll finally reach the end of the first period of play. Dylan Dean shot one first. And then added to it from Will Bent. 2-0 after one. 2-0 after one period of play. Cryer skates to the circle against Heimovitz, and faceoff is dropped and we're underway. Dylan Dean will bent. Getting goals. And a whistle for a cross-checking call. This one's going to be against the 20 of Brody Berard, and we're going to get an Eagles power play. Today's second period on Fans Only Sports Network, brought to you by Stanley Tree, employee-owned and operated. Visit StanleyTree.com for more information. And by Hamden Sports Center, Connecticut's Hockey Pro Shop. Game one of a triple header of action here from Adelard Arena. The 15s and 16s also in action today. Those games scheduled for 12 p.m. and 2 p.m. respectively. Oh, if this game takes us half an hour to play each period as it did the first, we might be a little bit behind schedule. Solano for Mertz, and he curls up and has that one somewhere in his stomach. And Kinsler has just gotten put in the box for 2 and a 10 for head contact by an elbow. And it's going to be 5-on-3 for the next 126. Holland. Came back across. They dumped down into the corner. And the shot from Toland off the side. Holland. Toland. Off of Crayer's boot for a second. Allen kicked away by Mertz. Second attempt, blocker padded, and then Mertz sprawls out. For Holland. Bouncing puck in the center. This one's going to come all the way back, kept in right at the blue line corner. Bosco in the corner. Toland. Holland. Off of the glove of Mertz. Will get picked up by Cryer, and he'll get it all the way down. They're going to say no icing. Far enough back was Bosco. Nasser comes across, and a hard shot. That's kicked away defensively. Sprawling outward is Saunier on the attempt from Brody Berard, and he snags it. .23 seconds remaining in 5-on-4. And they'll get Joe Gannon back. Brady Sloper behind the backside boards. Peeled out and carried away by Moreau. Dispossessed by Brock Potter as Potter kicks it out of the zone defensively for the Saints. Max Monroe as Hernandez tries to work through it, and then finally onto the stick of Chiardello. Wraparound attempt, got it right in front, shot, save! Made by Saulnier. Berard chasing that one to the corner as he battles against Shore. Mertz sprawls out to make a save, and fisticuffs ensue in front of Mertz. Pratt from the blue line trying to snipe one home. 12.5 left to go here in the second. Saints still standing on the 2-0 score line. Dylan Dean will bet in the first. Dean. For Bent. Pinned in the corner. Rugby scrum ensues as Bent kicks it past. He's trying to get it out of the skates of Will Pratt. Jamie Glantz off the sideboards, needs a little help. Dean's going to try to chase that one down. Back through and can be moved out by the Eagles. Dean and Surrealist collide with each other. Bent comes away with the puck. Glantz trying to spin with it. Smartly dispossessed by Pratt. Bouncing puck in the neutral zone. Surrealist comes away with it, dumps it down in. Eagles can use it for a line change as they're right in front of their bench. Thornborough. Holland. Holland still trying to control it right on the blue line area. He does not. And Bent will kick it out of the zone. Allows for Mount to change their defensive pairings. Callahan, Berard, and Dean as they work with Sabarin and Glantz. As that one gets looped all the way around, deflection off of the sideboards and off of the 20 of Shore. Rugby scrum on the sideboards. Chiardello and Rump get that one free. Looking back for Wyatt Britton. It bounces over top of the blue line, carried instead by Allen. Allen will push that one across. Monroe will dispossess him. Chiardello drops for Rump, and then a shot from Sabarin. Stopped by Saulnier. Monroe got dumped down. Britton chases to the corner. Monroe overlaps him to try to move it up. Puck comes right to the Boston bench area, glove down, and then that time it's going to get popped back up and in to the seating section and a stoppage of play. Britton, Monroe for Catallo. As Catallo ran into the sideboards trying to make a hit on Nolan Lewis. That one may have gotten a piece of post on its way. Back from Max Monroe. Monroe in a foot chase. Moreau, that's Miles Moreau getting there first for the Eagles. It comes back around on the backside boards Britton. 9 left to go here in the second. Past Matt Cryer. Tolan. Mikhail for Heimovitz. Heimovitz, nifty little stick drag, and it's poked away. Right in the center of the zone by Christian Hernandez. Off the side boards, picked up by Hernandez for Cataldo. Drop for Cryer. Cryer blocked there by Cerveros. Heimovitz. Jackson. Shot one, blocked by Chance Adams. Into the corner for the 10 of Brock Potter. And a whistle and a stoppage of play, and penalty called. And this one's going to have a conversation attached to it. They're having a very long discussion about this one.
Why is the face off over there? Face off should be down near the ring.
Sir, I have voice canceling headphones on and I can hear you. It's a U14 game. Dylan Dean for Callahan, and then it comes off for Thornborough. Save made by Mertz. Brody Berard as he brings that one back across for Will Bent. Bent off the side boards for Jamie Glantz. Glantz cycles around on the backside. And a whistle and a stoppage of play on a hooking call. So Sloper is going to get put in the box. 2 minutes for hooking. 7.5 left to go here in the second. Bent as he brings that one back across. Dylan Dean working on the backside there with Jamie Glantz. As it pops up over top of the blue line and comes all the way back. Bent in a tie-up with Jackson and Moreau. Dean tied up on the backside as he works against Jackson, trying to pull that one out alongside the backboards right by the Zamboni doors. Ciardello bringing it around for Jamie Glantz. Back up top, shot from Benton, a save by Saulnier. 1:14 remaining in the minute advantage, 6:47 left to go here in the second. What has been at least a quicker period than the first one. Took us 30 minutes to play the first period of play. Just about 15 to play 10 minutes of this second period. Caleb Rump, second attempt that came from Sabarin. Jackson right in the slot there defensively for the Eagles. Back for Crayer. That one went high and wide. Off the sideboards, it will come all the way down. No touch, no deflection. We'll get a stoppage of play. Today's second period on Fans Only Sports Network brought to you by Stanley Tree. Employee owned and operated. Visit StanleyTree.com for more information. And by Hamden Sports Center, Connecticut's Hockey Pro Shop. Still standing the 2-0 scoreline. Dylan Dean, Will Bent in the first. No scores here in the second. Ryder Kinsler has been in the box for a moment. He got served a 2 and a 10 for elbow contact to the head. He'll be out somewhere here before the end of the second period, but not very much before the end of the second. Crayer. As that one got sent down into the corner from the 19 of Cole Sabarin. Crayer kept it in at the blue line. Cirilis defensively for the Eagles. Off of Cirilis' boot on the attempt from Crayer. Crayer and Callahan, 1 second. Penalty is out. We're back to 5 aside. Callahan again through traffic, and that one will get picked away by Jaguar and sent out into the neutral zone. Owen McHale. That's flicked up over top. And Wyatt Britton will chase it into the corner, and icing is called. Five and change. Pushed into the corner, Gannon. Back, and Lewis takes that one away for the Eagles from the blue line. McHale trying to look for Lewis again, dispossessed by Callahan. Sorry, it's Hernandez. Hernandez gets bumped down at the blue line. Gannon for Afganov. Afganov dumping it all the way in, off of the back boards, looking for Callahan. Britton. As a collision between Dean and Toland worked in the favor for a moment of Jamie Glantz. Sloper in the corner as he battles with Bent and Dean. Will Bent behind the net. Run into the boards by Bosco. Toland gets into the mix. 3 and change left to go here in the second. Scoots through the wickets of Lewis as he was coming off for a line change. As Dean collides with Sloper, comes away with the puck. Dylan Dean, and that one may have either gone wide or got kicked aside by Saulnier. Thornborough right in front, score. Luke Allen gets the tap on the pass from Spencer Thornborough. 3:20 left to go here in the second, and a one goal differential now at 2-1. For Chiardello. Thornborough back in front now and trying to go for a second one. Romp. Backhanded attempt. Ran off of the side as Nico Ciardello tried to push one. Brock Potter for Ciardello. Ciardello pinned into the corner. Popped back out, take it away. Eagles carry this one out through the zone. Thornborough trying to send that one down. Allen was chasing them. They're going to use it for a line change. Dump and chase as they switch it up with 2 and change. Berard as it's popped up over top and brought all the way down. Big hit right in front of the Eagles bench. Multiple players colliding there as looked to be the two of Jude Herron along with Callahan and Catallo, and Callahan's going to get bumped again. Catallo, Crayer, Christian Hernandez. As they are all pinned in the corner now, and everyone will kick and fight for the puck, which is actually caught in a pile of snow along the dasher boards. Inside of the final 90 to go in this period, as icing will get called in a stoppage of play. We'll get the resurface break after the conclusion of this, and so we'll have about a 10-minute intermission before we play the third, and we're fairly back on schedule. Bent for Dean. Berard to Jamie Glantz as they're all shouldered off of the play. And just about every single person on the ice for the Eagles right now got a hit on that one. Cyrilus Jackson as they work with McHale on the side. Jackson from the point, deflected by Heimovitz, kicked aside by Mertz. For Will Bent. Jackson in the backside boards. Pulled back out for Monroe from the blue line, blocked by Cyrilus. McHale's going to pick that one up off of the boards near the bench side for Boston. Cyrilus tries to take it down. Sloper can't handle it at the blue line, and it comes back. Final 10 seconds to go as it's shepherded aside by Saulnier. Allen. Bosco for Berard, and this one's going to get pinned around. Oh, and a whistle and a stoppage of play and offside called with 5 seconds to go. Around through the neutral zone, 2-1, as Brock Potter will send that one all the way down, and we reached the intermission. Good start for the Saints. Better second for the Eagles. It's a tight one. 2-1 after 2. We'll take the intermission break. You're watching RICM's Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network.
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose! He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score! The handball shot, off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score! The handball shot, off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score! The handball shot, off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score! The handball shot, off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score! The handball shot, off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score! The handball shot, off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score! The handball shot, off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot Off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
Back for the third period of action, and we're underway. Saints leading 2-1 over the Boston Junior Eagles on, I guess we could call this partially a Boston hockey day for Mount. U14's in action against the Boston Junior Eagles. 15s will be in action against Junior Terriers. 16s against Culver, who they played yesterday and came away with a victory. 3 games in action today here from Adelard for the Saints. 2 tomorrow. We'll be back on air 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. A double dose of games. A little bit of a split schedule tomorrow as we go 10 a.m., 2 p.m. Jamie Glantz, and that one's kicked aside by Saulnier. Off of the backside boards, wrapped around for Callahan. Callahan will pick that one up. Callahan colliding as he lost a little bit of a handle of the puck and headed the other way. Mertz makes the save as a few players go sliding in varying different directions as Lewis had a good attempt on that. Today's third period on Pennzoil Sports Network brought to you by Stanley Tree, employee owned and operated. Visit StanleyTree.com for more information, and by Hampton Sports Center, Connecticut's Hockey Pro Shop. Pratt defensively at the blue line, stopped Chiardello as Moreau picks that one up. Dumps down. Mertz will shepherd it right at the Zamboni doors. And a whistle and a stoppage of play and a slashing call is made. And they're going to call Jaguar for the slash, and he's going to go in the box for 2 minutes. Where was that even? Oh. Mount's going to get a power play out of that one. Severin or Callahan. Krayer back for Saverin again. Callahan in the corner. Caleb Rumpf for Catallo. Krayer. And that one's wide, comes back out. Saunier is going to shepherd it to the side. All the way down, deflected off of a couple of players on its way down. Icing is negated and it'll get picked back up. There are times when we say that we are at first fans of our teams and at second fans of the game. And one of the things that you always like to see is a well-called game. Dylan Dean. Ben. Jamie Glantz for Ciardello. Back for Glantz once again. Dylan Dean from the corner. 35 seconds remaining in the man advantage. From Bent. High up over top. As that one will get whacked all the way back down. Mertz will let it go and craftfully gets the icing call. 17 seconds remaining in the man advantage with 12:50 left to go here in the period as Saints will make a line change. Of Ghana, Hernandez. With Britton Monroe and the 16 of Joe Gannon. And the ref having conversations with just about every single wing player. As McHale knocked down on the play. Gannon. For Britton across to Monroe. Monroe tracks that through. Penalty is expired. We're back to five-a-side hockey. Wyatt Britton got his glove up enough to be able to bat that one down at the blue line. Kept it in the zone. Gannon right in front. Hernandez running to the backside boards as the puck pops out. McHale's going to carry this one across into the neutral zone for the Eagles. They were going for a line change, a little bit of miscommunication. As Thornborough sent it back across, and tripping will be called. To the box goes Shore. And the Saints go back on the power play. Face-off won by Ciardello. Wrapped around for Bent. Well, Bent, Dylan Dean, as they work along with the 17 of Jamie Glantz. Glantz, and that one saved by Saunier. Saunier trying to fix a piece of his equipment. Referee didn't see it. Bent as it sneaks across the blue line. Surrealis. Glantz defensively for the Saints as Chance Adams picks that up. And Dylan Dean will work it back to the neutral zone. Dean brings that one across as he's bodied into the boards. Continues through with it in the corner. Drops back. For Ciardello, hard shot in traffic. And kicked out of the zone all the way down. Icing will be called in a stoppage of play. for all things being, with 11 left to play here, we should actually be on schedule for game 2, as the U15s will be in action 12 o'clock Eastern time. And then we'll close it off a U16 game at 2 p.m. and then send you off to Sunday. And we'll be back on air at 10 a.m., 2 p.m. tomorrow. Though there is plenty of more hockey action on Fans Only Sports Network later on today. 4 p.m. Eastern Time, University of Rhode Island men's hockey in action against University of Buffalo Bulls. They won last night to kick off the 23 half of the home season, as an arm's going to go up and a penalty called for roughing will negate the final 24 seconds of power play time. As to the box will go Caleb Rump, and will be 4-on-4 for 24 seconds. And then the Eagles will have a power play. Holland has it bounce over top of his stick. Chance Adams chases it back. Toland will pick that one up. A little bit of a body sacrifice there from the 21 of Chance Adams. That one bounced off the sideboards. Holland will chase that back. Christian Hernandez chases him behind as the penalty has expired. The Eagles will start off their power play from behind their own net. 120. With 9:44 left to go, a 1-goal differential. That one went right through Mertz. Blocker pad up into the air as it comes back down in the corner. Bosco cycled with that one for a moment, looking for a lot of space. Couldn't find it as they are collapsed inside of the zone. Thornborough, Toland, Thornborough sacrificing the body was Wyatt. Britton came back in an opportunity right in the slot. Toland, Bosco, as that one went just wide. 30 seconds left to go in the advantage for Toland. Allen. Thornborough back to Toland again. 20 seconds left to go. Toland, as that one deflected off of the boot of Chance Adams and comes all the way down. Final seconds to go in the advantage. As Nasser chases that one against Chiardello. Penalties expired. We're back to 5 aside. 8:15 left to go here in regulation. Standing a 2-1 scoreline. Saints 2 in the first. Eagles 1 in the second, as icing will be called. Surrealist didn't beat that one back. He was trying. The foot race was on. He was trying to beat that call and see if he could pick up an offensive advantage for the Eagles. Callahan from the blue line for Dylan Dean through traffic. Might have gotten a piece of Nasser's knee pad on the way. Berard. Glance. Multiple people running into each other as Glance and Heimovitz collide, but offside is the call. Encouragement again from the wingers on the backside. As that one will get blocker patted aside by Saunier. Picked up, carried out of the zone by Shorer. Shorer will dump that one off of the backside boards. Took a wicked little bounce, came right out in the center. Mertz decided to shepherd that one away. Shot attempt from Cyrilis. And that one hit a couple of people in traffic and went wide. Well, Bentil and Dean trying to pull that one off of the side boards. Moreau on the opposite side for the Eagles. As it hit Berard's skates and he was able to kick it away. Behind the net, as Berard shepherded it for Dean. They dumped that one all the way down for a line change. 6:45 to go as that one is going to stay inside on a stick tap from Moreau right at center ice. Brock Potter. Arm is up. Icing is going to get called as Potter was looking for Ryder Kinsler at first. And it went off Joe Gannon's stick all the way down. Everyone wants an advantage as they encroach in. Hard shot on a good attempt. That came right off of the draw on the face-off, really, from Allen. That's blocked away by Mertz. Pratt for Allen. Came back, shot kicked away by Mertz after Bosco's attempt. Gonzalo for Hernandez offside. Carried through the neutral zone. McHale across the blue line. Tolan Cervelis for Tolan. Back for Cervelis. Tolan fired one. That one through traffic. Cole Saber in there to kick out. And it gets up into the seating section. We'll get a stoppage of play to face off right there. Line changes for the Saints. Puts the top line back out with Glance, Dean, and Bent, along with Callahan and Berard. Hard shot from Dean right up over top of the crossbar. Hit the backside glass. Cervelis for the Eagles as he cycles this one around. 5 left to go. Looking for an outlet pass, is getting tangled up and wiping out was Berard. Moreau. Mertz sends that one around the backside. Intercepted and an opportunity for the Eagles. They've got Shorer back at the point. He can't keep it in the blue line. This one's going to come all the way down. Nasser is going to chase it as Glance chases him. 17 on 17 there. As Nasser gets it for Moreau. Chance Adams in on Saunier. Britton. Over top of the stick of Adams. And then this one bounced all the way back by the Eagles defense. And they're going to call icing. 4 minutes left to go here in the third with a 1-goal lead for the Saints. It is in all likelihoods to be behooving of watching the net to our broadcast right. Thornborough. Bouncing puck, and that had to get sticked aside by Mertz carefully, and there is a downed player. It's the 9 of Ryder Kinsler. And it looks like he just got dinged. He'll skate off to the bench and have a chat with the training staff. Christian Hernandez. Past Pratt, looking for Catallo. Stopped at the blue line by Holland. Holland for Thornborough. Rubbed off of the play. Allen will pick that one up. Arm and a holding call. And did they get Thornborough for the grab on Britton? And they did. So they got Thornborough for wrapping up Britton. And it's going to put the Saints on the power play. 3:28 left to go and a 2-minute power play. Sabourin starts it on the back line as he works with Crayer and Callahan. That one will get bounced up off of the sideboards, come all the way down. Icing will go back from whence we came and do it again. Crayer, hard shot. Saulnier saw that one through traffic. Past Rumpf. Tried to go on the wraparound, looking on the opposite side. Catallo is going to block that one down. Callahan will control it. Back for Crayer up top. Cross to Sabourin. Crayer. That shot that may have gotten a piece of the crossbar on its way. Callahan in the corner again, Crayer, and that one will get held to by Tommy Saulnier. 1:08 left to go in the advantage with 2:36 left to play here in the period. Catallo came off of the ice and actually went down the tunnel for a second, but then turned around and came right back on the bench. So obviously nothing of an issue there. As Britton tried to chase that one back, got into a tie-up with Giguère. .53 seconds remaining in the advantage, 2:20 left in the period. Wrap around for Morel. Deflection. Sent all the way down. Berard. Off the sideboards in front of the Mount bench. Sent back in. Britton will pick this one up behind his own net in the final 30 seconds of the advantage. There's about a 30-second differential between the game clock and the penalty clock, so there should be about a minute 30 when this ends. And they're going to have to try to get this out of the zone and see if they can get Saunier pulled when the penalty ends. Thornborough is back on ice. 5-a-side hockey, 1:20 left to go, and a 1-goal differential. Off for Caleb Romp. Jamie Glantz pushed at the blue line, dumped into the zone. That won't get Saunier out of the net. Good play for the Saints. McHale. Ciardello stops it at the red line. Inside of the last minute to go. Off the backside boards. Ciardello for Caleb Rump. They're going to carry this one across the blue line. Rump. Adams. Ciardello. The longer the Saints keep this in the blue line area, this is better for them. Off the side for Adams. Right in front for Rump. And an opportunity. That got kicked aside by Saunier. Now they're going to pull Saunier in the final 30 seconds to go. 6-on-5. Thornborough, as it's pinned on the backside boards. Callahan's going to try to hold it there as long as he possibly can. 20 seconds left to go. Chance Adams gets in the mix there. Callahan still pinning it. Thornborough pokes at it. Adams in the mix as Callahan now gets dumped down and a stick goes flying and a whistle and a stoppage of play. That's a broken stick. Timeout wants to be called by the Eagles. They'll get the timeout. We'll take the quick timeout as well. You're watching RI St. M's Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network.
Game On mouthguards. Game On mouthguards have superior shock absorbency, are impervious to viruses and bacteria, and also is the only mouthpiece ever to earn the American Dental Association's seal of acceptance.
Final 7 seconds. As the puck gets dropped, 6-on-5 for the Eagles. This one's going to bounce all the way back to the blue line, 2-1. Horn will sound. Saints are going to escape with a hard-fought 2-1 victory over the Boston Junior Eagles. Will bent Dylan Dean in the first, and that was the 2 goals that stood the day for the Saints. Two teams will cross center ice and shake hands, and that'll do it on game 1 of the day. A double dose of Boston hockey, though, as it's the U15s in action against the Boston Junior Terriers. That's coming up in about half an hour of time. For all of us here at Fans Only Sports Network, and for all of you watching at home, thanks for joining. We'll see you soon.